Hello and welcome to another edition of UFO Video News Now. Let me give you a quick preview of what I got coming up in this video. The first is this strange phenomenon happening in the skies here. I'm not too sure where this was. I also got this from TikTok of a, they're saying it's an unidentified submerged object filmed off the port of San Diego, but I actually think it's some type of a phosphorescent or luminous sea creature. Also have this video, clear video of a UFO. They say it looks like a Star Wars vehicle. And then let's see, I got this from Instagram, this swarm of UFOs or UAPs over Palmdale, California. And then this is a photo, just a series of photos of a UFO that was seen over Italy. And then let's see, I have this video here of this woman, Donna Hare, a NASA employee at the Houston Johnson Space Center, discussing altering NASA images. And this is actually the clip that inspired Gary McKinnon, that British guy who hacked into the NASA computers and, found out that there's a space force and there's non-terrestrial officers and stuff like that, whatever, the U.S. tried to extradite him. Well, apparently this is the clip that he saw that basically, prompted him to hack in and look for these images that she was talking about. And then let's see, last I got this video here of these giant stones that were cut out of the Yangshan Quarry. Look at these things. I think like these are some of the largest cut stones on the planet. Let me see. There's another one where this guy's actually standing next to one. Oh, yeah, this is where he goes in. Yeah, look at these scoop marks. But interesting. This guy. Yeah. Well, I'll give my opinion when I get to it. But anyways, if you appreciate the time and effort I put into bringing this information to you, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video. And more importantly, please subscribe. Anyways, let's get to this video here. This is from TikTok, but check this out.
Oh my dude, I wish I had a better camera. Do you have a good camera?
Not really.
Look at this, my camera sucks.
Yeah, it's fuzzy.
Unless I go far away.
You try to stay still and push on the parts that aren't dark. Try to adjust to the light.
Dude, that shit is fucking tripping me out.
I wonder if those are flares, because it is coming down kind of slow, but
justice of what we're seeing.
I don't see any
falling out of the sky.
Any parachutes.
Just sitting there.
Yeah, see, that's a nice zoom. You know what I mean? If these were flares, wouldn't there be parachutes? I just asking. Interesting if someone knows in the comments. But anyways, another thing I find interesting is how come there aren't more? If this is really something that odd or unusual, why isn't there more footage like on TikTok? I'm sure other people must have seen this too. It's hard for me to believe that only one person would have videotaped this event. Anyways, let's see. Here is this unidentified submerged object filmed off the port of San Diego. Yeah, you see the way it's moving? Doesn't it look sort of like maybe some type of squid? Right, and again, is it possible it could be, just an unknown species that came up from the, deep in the sea? Or, could it be some type of craft? Who knows? Interesting. Anyways, check this one out here. Clear video footage of a UFO with a strange design resembling Star Wars vehicle.
Dude, are you seeing that? Wow, you seen that?
Wow.
Man, what's that? I have no idea. What? Are we being attacked?
Yeah, look how fast that thing is going.
For real. The Ugandan one.
You know, and it looks like there's some type of spark in between these two prong things. Yeah, you see, look at that. Let's see if we can see it again. Well, do you see how fast yeah, look how fast we're going by these objects in the foreground. So yeah, look at there. There's that that lighting or that spark. It's pretty good camera work. Interesting. Let's see. Also got this one here. This is from Palmdale, California.
Tell Jody and them.
What is that?
Wow, that's a lot of little objects.
Hurry! Hurry!
You know, yeah, this is a phenomenon that's definitely been videotaped before. And, you know, now that I'm aware that there are, like, biological creatures in low Earth orbit, you know, could this, instead of being like a bunch of craft, just, again, some type of
Oh my gosh, I got
luminescent species, you know, similar to
I rebuke that in the name of
the
Jesus.
sea creatures, you know, in the ocean that, you know,
Oh my god, where's Daddy?
can create their own light. I mean, again, is it possible that there are unknown creatures that, you know, can create their own light, that happen to live in groups, but they exist in low Earth orbit or, you know, high in the atmosphere? And then, you know, just that we haven't discovered them. You know, here's another one of these. Let's see. Oh yeah, here's another one of these. Oh yeah, that's a photo. Oh, yeah, same thing here. Some kind of luminous object in the ocean. Yeah, now this. Is it possible that this could be like a diver with like a lighted helmet, or is this light too bright for, you know, for that? Interesting. Let's see. Also have oh yeah, this one here. Yeah, this is a series of photos. Yeah, look at that. Look at that reflection of the sun. Let's see. Yeah, this is the original photo. Woman captures image of a UFO from her balcony. Supposedly a strange object was photographed in the skies over Gel de Bulgaria. I don't know. Italy. What is it? I don't think I'm saying that properly, obviously. Interesting. You know, there's a video out there. I'm pretty sure I've shown it of another guy from Italy who has like this opening on his roof, and he was able to capture, you know, these metallic chrome crafts flying over his village or town. Anyways, let's see. Okay, now this one's 521. Let me start this at the beginning. Like I said, you know, I thought this was taken from part of that Greer's Disclosure Project. Let's see, U.S. Air Force Sergeant Carl Wolf related lunar images in this video. Yeah, so do we also hear Carl Wolf talking about? Oh yeah, we do. But yeah. Oh yeah, so it's Carl Wolf. Yeah, this is the part from Stephen Greer's Disclosure Project in 2011. But anyways, like I said, this, you know, footage is what Gary McKinnon said inspired him basically to hack into the NASA computers and, look for these images that she was talking about here. So anyways, check this out.
This was between missions. One of the gentlemen I had been friends with, and I still talk to occasionally, he pointed to one area of this mosaic. It was one panel of a mosaic with a smile on his face. He said, "Look over there." And I looked, and in one of the photo panels, I saw a round white dot. And at the time, it was very crisp, very sharp lines on it. And I said to him, what is that? Is that a dot on the emulsion? And then he's grinning, and he says, dots on the emulsion don't leave round shadows on the ground. And there was a round shadow at the right angle, at the correct angle, the sun shining on the trees. I saw pine trees. I didn't see a coastline. I don't know where this was. And I said, "Is this a UFO?" And he's smiling at me, and he says, "I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that." What I knew he meant was, it was, but he couldn't tell me. So I said, "What are you going to do with this information?" And he said, "Well, we always have to airbrush them out before we sell them to the public."
In 1965, in mid-1965, I was loaned to the Lunar Orbiter Project at NASA on Langley Field. They had problems with a piece of electronic equipment that was bottlenecking their production of photographs. I was taken into the laboratory where the equipment was malfunctioning. The Airman Second Class was in the darkroom at that time. I was also an Airman Second Class. About 30 minutes into the process, he said to me in a very distressed way, "By the way, we've discovered a base on the backside of the moon." And then he proceeded to put photographs down in front of me, and clearly in these photographs were structures, spherical buildings, and towers.
Let me just stop this real quick. This is obvious that NASA has been lying to us, because again, they employed people to airbrush, these things out. Here's some kind of a tower, more objects. And then I think the most obvious ones, oh yeah, look at that. Obvious square. Where's the one? Oh yeah, look at these towers. And it looks like there's some type of piping here coming out. Oh yeah, this is the one that's so obvious. Look at that. I mean, you can clearly see that they're trying to cover something up here. And I believe these towers are like 2 to 3 miles or 5 miles high or something like that. Look at these, some type of, I don't know, bowl with, again, a tower inside of it. Group of structures smudged by NASA. Yeah, another one. Look at that. Again, it's incredible that even when all of this stuff is out, and this stuff has been out for years, that employees of NASA will still to this day, look at that one, still to this day deny that they're aware. Or you know what, maybe the individual spokespeople aren't aware of this, but definitely, the higher ups. Look at that. Yeah, I find it hard to believe that this is something natural. Possible, but highly improbable. Let's see. Oh yeah, now last is this video here about these at the I think it's called the Yangshan Quarry. Yeah, check this out. Let's see.
It's my American coming up. And this quarry's been used for centuries. The stones that we're going to see are unfinished stones that were carved, an emperor carved to honor his father I believe, and never, the scale of the project was so massive that once they had cut it, they were never able to remove it because they realized they weren't going to be able to transport it to the locations that they had originally intended, so it was just left in place.
See, now there, I think he's absolutely wrong. Whoever believes that, yeah, those people are wrong. You know, mainly because there are gigantic megalithic stones that have been cut out of the bedrock and moved. You know, so obviously they could do it, and yet no one is going to start a project of that scale, you know, without understanding what they, you know, what they were doing. Again, in the end, when you look at the size of these stones, let's see, where's he at? Yeah, look here, look at look where this guy is. Yeah, now these cuts here, yeah, look at the precision in these cuts, right? Obviously, they had some type of technology that could cut these, yeah, these, you know, sections out, like this stuff was butter, right? But from some of the other videos that I've watched, they explain that these cuts were made so that they could pull this giant block out from the bedrock, you know, as opposed to having some kind of a saw. I always thought that, you know, they used some type of saw, and if they used a saw, you know, how could they use a saw because of the weight of, you know, of the stone on top of, but this is how supposedly they do it. They cut this out, the bottoms out, so that they can then remove this from the bedrock. Yeah, look at the size of that. And then again, the notion that, you know, that they would start this and then realize, oh, this is too big. You know, from what my understanding is, all over the planet, there were a lot of these megalithic projects that suddenly stopped, and they all stopped around the same time, which was when the meteor, you know, the Younger Dryas event was happening, and yeah, they stopped. But yeah, so now this is inside. You know, and you can see these symmetrical, you know, marks here. So obviously they were using some type of tool that, you know, that was that size exactly right there. Otherwise we wouldn't, you know, we wouldn't see it so often. And I think there are some other tool marks. Yeah, here.
Stuff like that dating back 1,000 years or so. Wow, this is really cool. While smaller, this one's much more clearly defined in terms of the cuts and the...
Yeah, now look at this cut here. Right? This isn't, you know, something that was done with chisels, you know, with a bunch of individuals. There was something that was able to make this one cut. Well, at least that's what it looks like to me. And again, you know, these holes go all the way through. But it's, yeah, so that they could remove this stone from the bedrock.
That you'll see sticking out. You'll see these, a lot of ancient sites all over the world. I've heard a whole lot of different theories, but
Yeah, look at these cuts here. You know, they're perfect. And I bet you, you know, this down here at the bottom, you know, is isn't as perfect as this up top, because it's just from where, you know, these stones have been sitting for such a long time. And you know, these types of projects were happening all over the planet, because, you know, you've seen the unfinished obelisk in Egypt. There are the what is it called, in Baalbek, Lebanon, the Trilithon, which are the foundations for the Temple of Jupiter. You know, those stones, or those 3 stones, are supposed to be like from 1,200 to 1,600 tons each. So again, all over the planet, you know, before the meteors hit, there was civilizations that had the ability to cut and remove these gigantic blocks of stone, Right, so the idea, you know, that there weren't advanced civilizations in the past is ridiculous. Here's the evidence. Yeah, the people that were doing this, you know, yeah, look at that cut. Look at that, yeah, look at this giant stone that they were cutting out. You know, and then, yeah, all of this here had been removed. Again, these are the bottom cuts so that could remove these stones. So, you know, to me, that they must have had the ability to either somehow affect the gravity of this stone, or they just had, you know, maybe some type of anti-gravity craft that could move these things. But again, you know, this civilization that could make these. Look at that cut. Again, this isn't done by chisels, copper chisels. This is done by some type of advanced technology that different civilizations had all over the planet before the Younger Dryas event. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you appreciate the time and effort I put into bringing this information to you, please give this video a thumbs up. Please share this video, and more importantly, please subscribe. Until next time, take care.